Welcome back, one and all. We're back with a second game of winners semis. This time we got Woodpug looking to defend his title against the man that wasn't there to challenge him last week in Memeus. We're seeing Zetter versus Clairen. Two denizens of the Fire Kingdom. They are all popping off as of late. As Strong comes out to start things off. Definitely not the first button you expect to be connecting here in the winner semis. And a strong start from Memeus. Not going to end in a stock as he doesn't go for it. But it's sending a statement that he's at least going to go for the option where it is available. The F-Strong coming out. And the first ignited F-Strong going to connect. But nice DI there from Memeus, trying to avoid that Gatling. It wasn't a perfect one, and going for that front hit back air. Unfortunately, didn't believe in it connecting, so he is going to actually drop. If he had believed in it connecting, he wouldn't have put himself minus there with the parry, which did get him blown up. But the recovery, getting bullied the way it's supposed to, and rinse and repeat until the stock is dropped. Alright, Memeus finally able to land and does finally take center stage, but the no fun zone is scouted. And Woodpug going for something a little bit fancy. It would put the flames on, so even if it didn't necessarily combo end the way you would expect, the damage over time is going to be important. As you see, Memeus trying to run around that, but going for the no fun zone more often than we'd expect to see here. It is finally set up on the right-hand side, and the landing finally getting scouted here as parry after parry coming out from Memeus. Isn't able to get anything off of the side B. But finally a parry of his own being put to much greater use. Woodpug taking the second stock, but the Shine actually getting punished here. But it is not parry safe, so unfortunately Memeus once again getting a situation where he wasn't able to get full punish. And whilst I was going to criticize the ending of that back air string, it did result in the stock being dropped because Woodpug gave himself a very poor angle. Doesn't opt for the back air, instead going for the up air, but is able to get the fireball in order to put the ignite on, and just goes run up strong. Gonna spend that ignition straight away. This time isn't able to quite get the right drift in order to get that net to connect into the up air sweep. And now the jump has been scouted, but goes high. Excellent use of the stage there from Woodpug. Here on this first game, both of them trying to make sure they are playing on their counter pick going into game 3. As I expect to see a very even game here. This time finally getting only a single hit of the forward air. This is going to force a very easy recovery to scout. Goes high to try and cause a mix, DIing in every single time. And Memeus once again looking poised to take this first game, and fears out Woodpug getting the wrong angle there. So one of our founders in Memeus is going to take the first game against the #1 seed. It did take Woodpug a little bit to warm up in his first set when he was playing against Galaxy, and then we saw an absolute blowout in game 2. Wonder if we're going to be seeing something similar. Obviously, Woodpug was actually able to win game 1 in his last encounter, turning it up a little bit and able to run away with things. But Memeus taking it to him the entire time. Where is Woodpug going? You see he's bouncing around a couple of stages. And we're going back to the merchant port. Unsurprising here from Woodpug. A stage that's very, very good for Zeta in general, but also definitely one that seems to be a pick just for Woodpug in general. A stage that he feels very, very comfortable on. But the no fun zone, putting those fireballs to bed so they can't get tick damage. Does catch a lot of people. The jump has been spent. But he's going to make it back. Never mind, no jump still here for the Fire Lion. But Memeus guessing entirely wrong there on how he's going to land. But 40% had been built. And runs into the strong. This time trying to scout the high recovery. Oh, and gets the sweet spot up air. Definitely what he would have wanted if he wasn't able to connect the back air. The jump was scouted. Tries to catch some bad DI. And Memeus finally able to make it down. You're seeing, once again, Woodpug turning things up in this game too. And able to stall out the no fun zone activation. Isn't able to get the up strong to connect. The air dodge in, getting scouted. F strong gonna get the first game of game 2, but jumping against Woodpug, very, very dangerous if you're trying to get out of the corner. He usually does scout it with Fireball, but this time just able to end things with the up strong. The net getting punished here, and once again you see the Fireball coming out just to try and get that tick damage from afar. And Memeus kind of mashing the no fun zone out of that combo, not getting anything for it, and standing in the flame carpet, definitely not going to help with the damage over time being applied. This time both hits of Fireball going to connect, and does actually have the right read, but doesn't opt to charge it, so it doesn't get the right timing. I'm seeing a lot of run-up up-strongs here from Woodpug, not even going for Dacus to get that extra slide. He is just pretty much committing to it as the Gatling comes in there. Nice 1-2. Tried and true. Memeus turning things up a bit. Unfortunately runs out of platform in order to extend things, and it's going to drop the combo, but tip it F strong. Enough time to DI that for Woodpug. Goes for a second one. The jump has been spent, and this time going low. Going straight. And I like that Memeus tries to go aggressively there. But unfortunately, only getting one hit there. Has to sacrifice that edgeguard situation, but the button swing coming out, making sure that he's trying to keep this entirely in his offense. Catches the button down, doesn't find anything, and a simple setup there for Memeus. Able to make sure that only 18% built here on the man leading by a single game. So this has been very, very rough for Woodpug. You're seeing somewhat of the Marth vs. Fox on FD sort of feel, where he does get smothered in recovery without many options to mix things up. And you're seeing that Woodpug playing things very, very slow here. Does actually have the right read on the no fun zone coming out, but wasn't in position to make use of that information. You can see he is desperately trying to land a Gatling, even without Ignite would have been able to kill. But unfortunately, Memeus missing the side B means he didn't actually have the ability to get out of helpless. So he would have actually needed to drift back and do the wall jump, but because he didn't, falls directly into the blast zone, kind of binning that game, giving it to Woodpug. It was pretty much in his favor the whole time. However, you definitely want to fight for it, see if you can force an error. And Ethereal Gates being the final ban, I'm surprised we didn't see the Air Armada, as we did see a lot of wall jump recoveries, the ability to go low there from Woodpug. Leaving that stage open, means he could have taken that offline, making his recovery much, much harder for him to make it back, much easier for Memeus to exploit as we go hit into game 3 on Memeus' counter pick. Catches the jump straight away, recognizes the high recovery, but isn't able to get the right hits of forward air to connect, and instead escorts Memeus to the ground, Woodpug to the ground. The defensive option is definitely becoming telegraphed here for Memeus. Definitely wants to chill out on those defensive options, maybe play it a little bit slower, maybe a little bit smarter. Just because you have the option doesn't mean you have to use it, but you definitely will want to opt to DI better than that next time that you do get up strong in that position. The lowest top blast zone in the entire game is the Spirit Tree. So the counter pick working against him this time. And the Fireball isn't able to get both hits, but the damage over time going to be more than enough to make up for it, as we see, once again, trying to get the F-Strong out of the down air, but side B going to be able to kill, regardless of what Woodpug goes for. Alright, gets the last hit of down air to box out. The very, very slow hitbox, but jumps back into the Fireball, and maybe not recognizing where he was on stage. Goes for an up B that was ill-advised, but nice drift back there. Dangerous, but was able to land on the platform, so doesn't drop a stock for it. Obviously had just spent the wall jump, and I don't think that was what Woodpug wanted. And we're just going to see the side B setup, and we see the first up air. And actual damage coming out here from Memeus, but once again the DI in, allowing Woodpug to make things back. As the percent was definitely looking like a very strong stock for him, is now starting to slip away. You see him trying to respect the option. But the instant parry getting immediately blown up by the delayed forward air. Woodpug taking the lead here in game 3. And the jump has actually been burned, catches the roll in, but the no fun zone coming out to put an end to that. But 60% here for Memeus. Gets the wrong side, and you can see he was fishing to see if the Gatling was going to connect. Trying to get a tech option scouted as the flame carpet comes out. Just F-Strong going to be getting Memeus off him. And gets both hits. Unfortunate there, but the F-Strong going to be able to seal out the stock anyway without any extra damage being built off of the mistake that was the second hit of forward air. And an Up-Strong going to clean up game 3. Match point here for our number 1 seed. But honestly, it's been a really good showing from Memeus. Didn't get to see him last week, as has been mentioned before. But, sticking it to the number 1 seed for sure. Showing that the journey would have been definitely much more difficult. And welcome to the chat still play. Apologies, I didn't have a chat open. Yeah, unlike the EU Rocks, where they play on a replay server, we are basically actually just using Discord's screen share in order to have the games play in real time, so there's no need to worry about sending replays. As has been mentioned by Spider, a lot of the players are quite new, so remembering to save every single replay to make sure we have every single game is something that may cause a couple of issues, and the netcode client, the netcode build is kind of buggy. So instead we opt for Discord screen share, making use of what we got in order to bring the games in real time. I've been your caster, KNT Elixir, as we are in game 3, or game 4 even, here of the Great British Beatdown. A game between our number 1 seed that is Woodpug versus one of the admins, Memeus, making his debut in this bracket. Already had an impressive showing earlier in bracket, and he's trying to make sure that he stays in the winner's side of things, but he does have an uphill battle. He is down 1 game, but currently looking to put himself up 2 stocks against Woodpug. A little bit too early though on the F-Strong. And it's going to be forced to reset to neutral. You can see he's trying to end this with the F-Strong. It is solid. And we have the Elixir Poggers, much appreciated, gang. Much love for the caster as the dash in gets scouted and the Up-Strong comes out. For Woodpug, gonna just get the fireball set up and the damage over time being built whilst he gets the full string, reads the double jump but isn't able to get the down air set up, but he's put the fear in Memeus. You can see he's slowing things down so much. Reads the double jump and the high recovery, gonna get punished by Woodpug. Nice up air. Once again the fireball connecting because he did place himself in the path with the jump button and tries to go for the fireball F-Strong, the good old scrub killer. And Woodpug definitely playing like someone who wants to just finish things now. Doesn't want to go to a 5th and final game, even if it would be on his counter pick. You see the Gatling attempts come out, and this time trying to catch a different set of DI with the shine. The mix-up is there, and the DI up coming out from Memeus every single time. This time the Gatling fast enough to connect. 21% here for our Zetterburn player. Versus Clairen from the future, trying to warn Zetterburn that bad things can happen. He's saying, I don't want to hear anything from someone who claims to be from the future if they couldn't see that Gatling coming. And the lead is now in Zetterburn's favor, but chooses to land on top of the disjoint. Isn't able to outrun the fireball. Very few characters that can do that. To be honest, I'm not even sure if there are any characters that can do that. It is better to just put some space between you and parry. The tech roll in, goes for the flame setup, and tries to roar up strong to ignite. Whilst this ignite is up, everything will kill. Nice air dodge out, and puts the flame back on. Tries to get the side switch. And a clutch up strong there from Woodpug, able to bring us to a 3-1 scoreline. Unfortunate for Memeus, but a very, very close game.